1 Corinthians chapter 15. Now you can start from verse 1 because it talks about the fact that this is actually the gospel, but the core of it is in 3 and 4. It says, "For I delivered to you first of all that which also I received, that Christ died on behalf of our sins, according to the scriptures, and then he was buried, and then he rose again on the third day, according to the scriptures." So the one who actually believes this is an overcomer. And John writes about this in, especially First John, he writes about this a lot. So you go over into First John, and let's go over to, let's see, First John chapter 5 and verse 4, where he talks about the overcomer. Now he talks about the overcomer quite a bit in First John. So there's a lot of different areas where he talks about this. It says, "For whatever," or so really it says, yeah, "for whatever is born of God overcomes the world. And this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith. Who is he that overcomes the world but he who believes that Jesus is the Son of God?" So it's talking about the one who is an overcomer. And like I said, John actually uses this overcomer concept quite a bit in First John. That's probably one of the most predominant outside of the book of Revelation where we see this actually being used. So it's very predominant in its use. So what he's talking about, this is the one who's the overcomer. He is not saying you have to overcome, because we do not overcome by our own self-effort. We're not saved by grace and maintain our work by works of the flesh. Okay, we are saved, and actually, it's even over in Ephesians, Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 8, when we're looking at that. You don't really see this in our translations because it's a little difficult to convey the exact same meaning from the Greek to the actual English. So some of our translations get a little sloppy when you run into what is called a perfect, and it's a perfect in your verb. And the concept of that is it's saying that an action happened in the past, and the effects of that action continue on into the present and on into the indefinite future.